Hurry. I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry. I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me? You'll talk. I can... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm, the light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on? It's those tentacled monsters. Whatever they did to us caused that link. They took you too. I saw it during whatever just happened. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. Is that so? We clearly move in different circles. So, do you know anything about these worms? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. Well, yes, of course. But first things first. You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
Suddenly, something convulses inside you. Your vision lurches sickeningly. You are one with your assailants, your minds fused together. They are frightened, lost. The creature in the wreckage is forcing them to attack you, controlling them like puppets. Its voice shivers across your brain, seeking access, trying to bend your will to its bidding. The presence in your mind gropes for purchase and finds the tadpole instead. You push back, taking advantage of a tremor of pain that cuts through the creature. As its influence wanes, your assailants lower their weapons, blinking in confusion.
Simpletons. The beast was half dead and they still bowed to its whims. We had worms forced into our skulls. We weren't fawning over the bloody things. It's not even remotely the same. What in the hells? Get away from that thing!
This seems as good a place as any to make camp.
Well, hello. What can I do for you? Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious. And clearly the tadpole. If we can't understand it, we'll never control it. So, we're resting here. Turning in for the night. I suppose. I'm not really sure what I expected, really. This is all a little new. The night normally means bustling streets, bursting taverns. Curling up in the dirt and resting is, a little novel. I'm in no place to rest yet. Today has been a lot. I need some time to think things through. To process this. You sleep. I'll keep watch. You know, if you want to spend time with me, you only have to say so. But suit yourself. I'm sure we'll drift off at some point. I saw you getting a lecture from our magical friend. I have to say, I thought you'd look worse, but no. Not a tentacle to be seen. Naturally, but I was thinking, what if it doesn't? Of course, first sign of change, and I'll have to stop that pretty little heart of yours. I am open to suggestions. Knives, poison, strangulation, whatever you'd prefer. I don't think poison is for me. Nor stabbing, come to think of it. I always felt decapitation was a fine choice. One good swing and then nothing. But we were talking about you. What'll it be? A classic. One good thrust to the heart and you're gone. We need a good blade, of course. Don't want to waste time hacking and prodding with a dinner knife. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is all a worst-case scenario, obviously. Oh, my dear. I'd like to see you try. Now, let's get some rest. The sooner we start tomorrow, the better our chances of keeping this hypothetical. Sorry bones guarding dusty trinkets. Pathetic. They're unthinking cadavers. I may as well feel sorry for a breadbasket. There's no point surviving these worms if we end up in a goblin stew. Let's just go. Fine. But once we have what we need, we should leave. Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city.
Up. You can keep your innards.
Oh, you're not going to eviscerate him? I was hoping for a show.
Cool your blood. I'll indulge you soon enough.
I don't want you to run off just yet. You're quite the ally, after all. Traversing Avernus, surviving the crash, surviving everything that's followed. I'm not easily impressed by people, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for. Of course. Terribly sorry. I was just going anyway. I need to clear my head. I'm sure I'll see you when I get back. Sleep tight. I didn't take these refugees for killers. Maybe I've misjudged them. They're still going to die, but at least they're willing to fight. True. Back any beast into a corner, and you'll quickly see its teeth. A useful goblin. Sounds too good to be true. Turning into a mind flayer is bad, but you'll be just as dead roasting on a goblin's spit. Don't let fear cloud your judgment. That's what alcohol is for.
But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse.
Why, she sounds positively demented. I love it. Let's tell her everything. Nicely done. She actually believed you'd take the poison. Well said. Let's drop that vial down the next well we find. And with that merry song in our hearts, let's go find this halcyon fellow. No! What did you do? Oh, it's everywhere. You ruined a perfectly good snack.
You claim victory over the squirrel, though you're not sure why you were fighting to begin with.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop around, he said. He seems sure we won't find anything. And he might be right. We've had no luck so far. If we don't know what we're walking into, that bridge will collapse under us. The devil has a plan. He's playing with us. He reminds me of, well, someone I used to know. And someone that liked to play with people. Creatures like them don't play games unless they know they can win. Maybe. But he's not the only one spinning a web for us. This is no ordinary mind flayer parasite. Who tampered with it, and why? What do they have planned for us? And why are we important enough that a devil comes knocking on our door? If we find those answers, we might have a chance.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
Who cares about some pig? It's dead. Let's go. The pig's dead, my friend. Staring at it won't bring it back. Come on. We'll never fix these brainworms if we stop and gawk at every piece of carrion you find.
The boar seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. Examining the corpse, you see 2 small puncture wounds in its neck.
And is it dead enough for you? It's been drained of blood with wounds in its neck. It's been killed by a vampire. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to worry you. They are ferocious creatures. But don't worry. I'll keep watch tonight. We won't have to worry about nocturnal visitors. Now please, let's go.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No. It's not what it looks like. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire. A slave to sanguine hunger.
Now, there's no need for that. I've never killed anyone. Well, not for food. I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. But it's not enough. Not if I have to fight. It feels so weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please. What's this?
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back. His mind opens up, revealing cracked and quivering memories. At their heart, you see dark eyes commanding you to feed. You open your mouth and bite down, not into a tender neck, but into the twisting body of a rat. The only thing your master lets you eat.
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs. No. I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me. Because we don't have a choice. Not if we're going to save ourselves from these worms. I need you alive. You need me strong. Please, only be a taste, I swear. I'll be well, you'll be fine. And everything can go back to normal. Really? Of course. Not one drop more. Let's make ourselves comfortable, shall we?
He holds you carefully, delicately, until he strikes. It's like a shard of ice into your neck, a quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens. You try to push him back, but his grip just gets tighter. You can feel your blood racing, coursing through both your bodies.
Oh, you wretched little... perhaps I went a little far. But it worked. I feel good. Strong. Happy. But I didn't. And that's what matters. And look what you've gained. Together, we can take on the world. Shouldn't take long. So many people need killing. Now, if you'll excuse me, you're invigorating, but I need something more filling.
You watch as he stalks towards the forest, stronger, more confident, ready to hunt.
This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it. Good morning. How do you feel? It'll pass. Just be glad I'm not a true vampire. A bite from them and you might wake up as a vampire spawn, like my good self. All of a vampire's hunger, but few of their powers. Oh no. I should be cinders in this light. I hadn't seen the sun for 200 years before we crashed here. Someone, or something, wants me alive. They've changed the rules. Some of the rules, at least. Running water still burns like acid, and I don't know if I need an invitation to enter a house. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time. You're such a sweetheart. I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
Hunting with vampires? Never thought I'd see the day. Very well. But I'm keeping an eye on you. And no wisecracks about having us for supper.
I'd just better not wake in the night to find fangs at my throat.
Quite the opposite. I'm here in the spirit of openness and honesty to work together as a team.
Maybe we could get him to wear a bell. Dissuade any nighttime prowling.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us. Yes? I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble. Maybe. But there won't be any more midnight surprises. I can promise you that. Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again. It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire. Free and a true vampire, capable of creating my own coven. Yes. Although, I'd settle for just killing the bastard. I wouldn't be a true vampire, but I'd be free of him. I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul. And I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador. I'm glad to hear it. Whatever's coming, we need to keep our options open. Leave me alone! You're not the one I need to talk to. If I can just contact Raphael, if I can make a deal. I'll just want summon the devil. Candles and trails. There has to be a way. Well, hello. Feeling better, are we? I certainly am. This morning I find myself free of pain and with a new trick. A new power. Last night, the risk of transformation. It all feels like some terrible dream now. You too? What did you see? Huh. You enjoyed it? Obviously. I had the same dream, of course. Very... enticing.
The blank look, the flat voice. He's holding something back.
I dreamt of him. Cazador. He was a slaver in Baldur's Gate. He captured me many years ago. Made me call him Master. I only escaped because the Mind Flayers stole me from him. It was not. We don't need to talk about it.
You try to connect, to let him know he's not...
No. I don't need your pity. I don't need anything from you. Go back to your wet dreams and leave me be.
Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
Heavens forbid. We're all entitled to our secrets.
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat. Your cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat. As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Go away!
Wait, don't interrupt them. Let me do it. They sound disgusting.
What the hell are you doing? Ruined. Smash. Oh, smash you!
Well, what did you make of that? Oh, I've seen worse. Gnomes can be... There you are, my friend. Are you now? Don't make promises you can't keep, darling. Thankfully, I've had my needs met this evening. I found a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his. You're comparing plonk to vintage wine. You can make merry with either, but they're not the same. But Cazador fed me rats and bugs. And when you're used to drinking from a sewer, even plonk is a marked improvement. Not at all. Blood is life essence. And some creatures have so much more life than others. Cazador gave me just enough to keep me, well, alive, for lack of a better word. But never more than that. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again. Exactly. I can be better than him. Stronger, more powerful, more... Oh, you meant be kinder. Pet bunnies, that sort of thing. I've no objection to being nice, of course, once I have the power to bend others to my will. Well, yes. You can't look at the world and tell me I'm wrong. Oh, I hope so. A little corruption sounds fun. I spent centuries as the victim of a corrupt man. It was the mind flayers that plucked me away from that. They gave me a gift. The strength to take my own freedom. I'm embracing this power. You should too. There you are. I was just thinking about you. And that delicious moment we shared the other night. The very same. I've had this condition for 2 centuries, but truth be told, you were my first. In all these years, I've only ever fed on beasts. Drinking the blood of thinking creatures is a different thing entirely. You were delectable. And now I can't help but wonder how the others taste. Don't worry. There's enough of me to go around. I'm a man of tremendous appetites. I don't think they'd volunteer, of course. But it doesn't make me any less curious. Take Gale, for example. He strikes me as someone whose blood is rich, refined, like well-aged brandy. But the Gith, what in the hells would she taste like? Oh, well, that sounds very appealing. I'm almost convinced. Absolutely. A mere thought experiment. So, in the spirit of theoretical questions, if you had to take a bite from one of them, who would it be? Oh, I'm flattered. Who knew you had such taste? Unfortunately, all this talk is getting me hungry. I better find something I can actually sink my teeth into. Don't tempt me, darling.
There is great power in this book, but also great suffering.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you? Excellent.
You don't know what he read, but it had an effect. His eyes are hungry, but pained.
Well, quite the page turner. I'll get back to it when I have more time to focus. Come on, come on. What are you hiding? Can you summon the dead? Bring them back. Can you... can you shut up and let me read? No, I won't kill them. Well, maybe Shadowheart. I can't. I won't.
No! Stop!
Let me go! Ah. Hello. I'm not sure. A dance with death? maybe. This is a powerful book of necromancy, but it's guarded by spirits. I barely opened it when they started whispering from the shadows. Now, every time I open it, the voices surge back into my mind. I can't reason with them. They exist to protect that book. I don't know. That's the point. The secret. Someone went through a lot of trouble to protect this tome. It has to be something more than a book of cantrips. Still, I doubt this will help us with our parascience. Maybe it's better to put it aside for now. It's a book of necromancy, full of secrets about controlling the dead, returning the dead to life, and who knows what else. Whatever's in here, it might give me an edge over my old master, Cazador, or free me from him entirely. Although I can't make any progress as long as those spirits remember their mission. It seems to be all they know. Still, if nothing else, maybe I can beat Cazador to death with it. I suppose you want to hear about Cazador. My old master. Before the Mind Flayers took me from him. Before this strange, twisted freedom. Cazador Zorru is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor. Not him, no. A gang of thugs attacked me, angry about a ruling that I'd handed down as magistrate. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be. A vampire's spawn is less than a slave. They're a puppet. We have no choice but to obey our master's commands. They speak, and our bodies react. It's all part of the deal. Sometimes he'd order us to submit torture. Sometimes he'd have us torture ourselves. Whatever his weather-vane mood settled on. Thank you. But this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. And they might not be the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows. What more could I ask? Now, is that all? I understand they're a sorry lot, but they're also not our problem. They made the wrong deal, but they got themselves into that mess. They can get themselves out. Don't you dare pretend to know what I needed. I survived on my own. If they can't do the same, they deserve everything they get.
We all have our eccentricities. Ours are just more eccentric than most.
As a matter of fact, you should feel lucky to be traveling with men of taste.
And when the time comes, the true souls, you will rule.
Oh, I like these two. All zeal and no brains. So, we're blessed true souls, handpicked by the Absolute. Just like their ex-brother, who, by a remarkable coincidence, also had a mind flayer worm in his skull. Indeed. Until we transform into floating, slimy monsters. I imagine it'll be downhill after that. Monster, please. Move back! Safe! Nowhere's safe! I can't even close my eyes without seeing him. Cazador. He was reading poetry. How does that compare to your dream? Yes, darling. That's what we call a lie. I wasn't about to tell some stranger what was lurking in my mind, but you're no stranger now. Just strange. So tell me, what do you make of my dream? I wouldn't be so sure. My master was a prolific poet. He used to carve his verses into our flesh. Said he'd turn us into art. He once spent all night with a razor, drafting and redrafting a sonnet on my back. Apparently, the more I screamed, the more mistakes he made, and the more editing was required. Now you know. And I'll ask you not to tell me to relax the next time I wake up screaming.
Those nightmarish visions of yours, Astarion, they aren't dreams. They're projections. Illithid ones. The tadpoles give us the power to bend others' wills, but using that power clearly comes at a price. Are we willing to pay it?
And? I suppose you want to stop using that power.
Yes. The power to bend wills is a mind flayer speciality. We're the ones who are truly at risk.
Don't be ridiculous. The power to twist a mind to your will is worth some nightmares. Exactly. We need every advantage we can get. Well, we have their chest. Why haven't you opened it yet? You're just going to lug that thing around? For what? Praise? Honor? Well, I suppose it's not up to me. You're free to make your own choices. Your own stupid, stupid choices. Looking at something. The only benefit to a mirror when you have my condition, it doesn't quite make up for the lack of a reflection, mind you. Preening in the looking glass. Petty vanity. Of course I miss it. I've never even seen this face. Not since it grew fangs and my eyes turned red. I don't know. I can't remember. My face is just some dark shape in my past. Another thing I've lost. What? I want to know what the world sees when it looks at me. What you see. Oh. Go on. Very good. Now just tell me I'm beautiful and we can call it a day. Observant. Mirrors aren't much use, but being reflected in someone else's eyes? Well, I could do worse. I hate to be negative, but those gith will carve you up like a goose. I haven't spent much time with helpless old ladies. Was that normal? That sly old crone. At least we got to kill someone, I suppose. We probably gave those two idiots an easier death than whatever she had planned for them.
Ah, stranger. Forgive the aroma.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Powdered iron vine. An old hunter's trick. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me.
You're a monster hunter. I'm surprised. I thought all ger were vagrant cutthroats.
You should listen to your companion. Next, he'll warn you that my people can curse your cow to give only sour milk and will seduce your daughter to a life of roaming. I wish I had half the power settled folk think my people possess. Alas, I am a simple wanderer. A simple wanderer and monster hunter. But I'm no witch doctor or cutthroat. True. And I have no proof to offer but my word. If you wish it, our paths need not cross again. I'm hunting a vampire spawn. And it's a little too bright for you to be my prey. His name is Astarion, but I fear he's gone to ground. I hope the hag of these lands can help me flush him out, if I can afford her blood price. Not this time. My orders are to capture him.
Oh. And bring him where, exactly?
Baldur's Gate. My people wait for me there.
I don't know. I'm sure a vampire spawn could still rip out your throat if he felt like it.
He is right, unfortunately. They are only weak when compared to their masters. During the day, we have the advantage, but at night, when they hunt, you'll not find a more deadly quarry.
We've all survived so far. Let's focus on that.
It would still be wise to post guards at night. The threat is real.
Indeed it is. We should do something about this threat. Excellent.
The vampire? It can't be.
A sage choice. Astarion's skills serve us well. A pity I won't get to see him dragged off by his heels, though.
I'm standing right here, you know.
Astarion is not a friend. He is a tool, nothing more. If he outlives his usefulness, you can dispose of him as you wish.
Ah, my favorite traveling companion. Not anymore, which is all that matters, really. I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back. It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the ger after me. It was a group of ger that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me. Well, he didn't mention the slave clause at the time. And now he sends a Gur monster hunter for me. It's a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back. Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me. Aha! Safe! You think I'm safe? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you. You don't understand. You don't know him. Just trust me when I say we need to be careful. He'll send more lackeys. He has plenty of souls to command. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
Fresh, sweet-smelling water gurgles gently below. The warm rush of power flows through you. You feel stronger, faster, better.
Busybodies are not appreciated around here.
Let's not make trouble for some stranger. We have our own problems.
I'll talk about your wriggler, and that's it. Last warning.
Bad enough to have a worm jammed in my eye, but one that's been tampered with. What does that even mean? I mean, how do you tamper with something like that? They can do that. Change the tadpoles so we stay like this. Well now, isn't that interesting? Hello, my dear. We can't. And yet I cross the threshold like moonlight through leaves. This worm is a powerful little beast, isn't it? Oh, don't be so glum. Look at the power it's bringing us. I can walk in sunlight, trespass upon any home, manipulate minds. There isn't another vampire in the realms like me. Granted, the looming doom is an issue, but why not enjoy the benefits while we can? I'm not sure what we expected, really. It was never going to be happy ever after with a hag involved. Oh, horrifying, I'm sure. She did get what she asked for, though. A shame she couldn't see the funny side.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
How is it shielding us? And why? Not that I'm complaining. Are you sure we have to find this druid? Can't we just enjoy the party instead? Wretched as they are, goblins don't look twice if you sip a little blood. Excellent. Lead on.
Kiss my foot, or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your face.
Well, go on. Give him a nibble.
That's more like it.
As your lips touch filthy flesh, you catch a whiff of lavender. The pleasant scent gives way to the muddy taste of something you try not to identify. You carefully slide the ring off.
You enjoying that? Disgusting worm. Just remember, you're nothing here.
Not bad. I would have taken the whole toe, but whatever works for you. They had a tadpole. Another bloody mind flayer tadpole. Were we meant to turn out like that? Blissful idiots who thought they were talking to their god? I don't care what they're planning. I care about not turning into one of them. Come on. The sooner we are rid of this danger, the better.
My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
I must see this. Don't you dare say no.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Yes, this will do nicely. The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it. You want more? As you wish, dear one.
Oh, bravo! Encore.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. Your voice sounds so sweet, dear one. Keep going.
Oh, bravo! Encore.
You are doing so well! Do not give in now! That's it, dear one! Let Leviathan hear you!
It was a fine strike. Excellent form.
The cub tilts his head. He does not trust you. Yet. He steps closer, hesitantly.
What a delectable little pet.
Alarmed by your companion's approach, the cub flees into the forest.
Oh, now look. You've scared off the little snack. You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful. Enjoy myself. There's a worm in my brain, hunters on my trail, and all I've got to drink is wine that tastes like vinegar. That means I have to survive tonight and this party. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask? Don't be so sour. I like a good time as much as anyone. You know, we could always make our own entertainment, darling. Get a little closer, so to speak. What? Please. Cheeky little pup. I'll see you later.
The buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone. With whom will you share a bed? Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
There you are. I've been waiting. Waiting since the moment I set eyes on you. Waiting to have you. Don't I? You're here. And I don't think you want to talk. I think you want to be known, to be tasted. What do any of us want? Pleasure. Yours, mine, our collective ecstasy. That's what you want, isn't it? To lose yourself in me. I thought so. You sleep light. I thought you'd be exhausted after last night. I was holding back a little, it's true. I didn't want to lose control. Delicious as you were, I didn't want to go too far. Now, shall we get on? I want to go before anyone else thanks me for saving their tails. Yes? What of it? I don't know. It's not like I can look in a mirror and see. Anyway, enough pillow talk. Let's go before the tieflings drag us into another mess. Hello, lover. at an E. Is it even a letter? What damn language is this? There you are. I admit, I got curious. I've been tracing the scars on my back with my fingers, trying to read them by touch. But I can't. They may as well be written in machine. That had better be a joke. I can't read it with a mirror, and it seems I can't read it with my hands either. So, I was wondering if maybe, perhaps, you might be able to, Can you read what's on my damn back? Please. Thank you.
The runes are carved in deep, brutal strokes, but the jagged letters mean nothing to you. Whatever language this is, you don't recognize it.
And? What does it say? What in the hells? What did he do to me? I have absolutely no idea. But it's no poem. 2 centuries carrying this. And I can finally see it. Perplexed. This was a surprise. And Cazador's surprises are never good. Then again, even he couldn't know I'd be kidnapped. Whatever he planned, it's gone wrong. Which gives us an advantage. Thank you, by the way. This is... well, it's something. Will we? How... sweet.
More are coming.
Who? What in the hells are you?
They're coming. They're coming.
No. Someone's coming. And someone else wants us to know.
They are coming. You are coming. I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
I admit, I like this one's approach. A little genocidal, but effective. Raising the dead is easier than capturing slaves. The drow in Menzoberranzan could learn something. They're just husks. I couldn't care less if they're slaves or building material. Maybe it would be different if they were still thinking creatures. Then again, maybe not.
Your magic erupts, violent and powerful, but is snuffed out by the Susa flower, vanishing like embers in the wind.
You look drained, and I know it wasn't me. Is the plant bothering you? Might I suggest getting it back? I don't travel with you for your personality, no. Your sense of humor is still intact, at least. Let's finish up here quickly. The sooner we can get your magic back, the safer we'll be. Until then, try not to die.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
I'm more than happy to kill this, whoever he is, but tell me there's something in it for us. I want to wake up beside a handsome virgin every morning, but life doesn't give us what we want. Can we kill this god now?
Who's the hoon, Greyman? Another slave for the dig?
Call me slave again, and I'll feed you your own stomach.
Oh, this one's feisty. Thrin's gonna knock the snot right out of him.
We have to free Nir before we can take his head. Sounds like a lot of wasted effort. Let's just do the job and get out of here. All this talk of slaves is just depressing.
Another stick shit? Piss pot. You flirt. Now jump to it. Or it's up to the lift and straight to the shadows.
Now that's how you motivate the staff.
Is that so? Well, listen close, true soul. I've got a new tune to whistle. Piss the drug off.
You're not going to let him talk to you like that, are you?
In hand. One more step, and a blow us to chunks!
An ashen scent fills the air. The barrel is filled with smoke powder.
Easy now. Let's not do anything hilarious.
Shut your mouth, or I'll shut you down.
As you look at the skeletons, you realize they are all clad in the same dark armor.
Cut down and left to rot. Such fine armor deserved better.
Among the various fabrics, you recognize the unmistakable symbol of Shah, the Dark Lady.
Powerful enough to take her own revenge, I'm sure. No need for us to get involved. Oh, that's a familiar feeling. Darkness and loss.
Tunnel's collapsed. Trapped true soul near. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. If we don't get him out soon, it's both our heads.
No need for that. Nir's is the only head that matters to us.
A faint voice echoes in your mind.
I sense you, true soul. Come to me. Come to Nir. The poison spread.
Nir's voice fades, but your head still tingles with his anger and fear.
What are you... Have you never decapitated a corpse before? What a waste.
Jet catches your eye. A lantern, it seems, though no light flickers within.
Broken trash. It's just full of dust.
Thou hast come!
The amulet is heavy and holds a subtle warmth, like it was left under the sun. Suddenly the metal surges with heat. You feel great power and an overwhelming urge to laugh.
And thou endure?
The urge to laugh intensifies. Talking jewelry? That's hilarious.
Endure!
flying machines, walking brains. It's all so absurd.
How unfortunate. Alas, thou must do. Return me, take me home, and thou shalt grow with blessings. To mine granddaughter, Shira Clarwin, serves Ilmata she doth. She waits in Worm's Crossing, take me there, and thou shalt bathe in her golden gifts. Oh, thou shalt be blessed indeed. A ghost? I am sunlight on water, dew on grass. Sharons broke my body, but my spirit they could not. Well, not completely. Thou shalt return me home. It is written.
That thing's tainted. Better to leave it than bear a dead man's grudges.
I shall walk with thee. I shall grant you my power.